Okay, so we're back. It's Monday. I'm gonna go through Friday's trades. I'm also gonna do a weekly review of last week, which was pretty much probably my reddest week of the year so far. I haven't done the calculation in pips, but I feel it's because I've increased the position sizes, so it feels like it's a lot more of a loss. But yeah, before we get into that, we're going to do a quick run over of today's move. So it's Monday now. And we had a big shift pre-market in the London session, a big gap here as well. And, most of this is due to the new tariff deal where I think basically China and America have both dropped their tariffs. So very bullish for the markets. Everyone's happy with that. A lot more money to be made. I think they've dropped the tariffs for 90 days. And yeah, that's pretty much the latest update on it. On the daily chart, we've now traded back up into this weekly fair value gap that I marked out ages ago. And this was the long-term target in here. We'll just cover that. So you can see here to here. Traded back up into that. Anticipating maybe, a little pullback and then continuation up eventually. But just going to take it slow this week, obviously after last week, and see what we get. Going to wait until it's absolutely clear. Learned this now after, how many trades was it? So I took 2 more trades on Friday. Both of them hit stop loss. To be honest, I shouldn't really have been trading on Friday. Like, we had the bank holiday where I live, so I just had the day off, and I was pretty much just watching stuff on Netflix earlier in the day, and then fell asleep for a bit, woke up just before market open, and I just wanted to trade. So it was just like I went into the charts with the wrong mindset. Price action wasn't ideal. It was just so choppy. And so if we go into month, what is this? That was on 1st of the month. So I took 4 trades last week, and actually, you know what? We'll go for the month. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7. I got 7 trades lost streak at the moment. So I'm getting absolutely dashed up. I'm not executing properly. So I just need to be way more patient with it. Maybe do lower targets. And yeah, it's just one of those, still adapting to this new increased position size. But then again, it is only a couple trades winning that I need to secure that back, and then we'll be back to break even. But yeah, so on Friday I took 2 trades. Both of them were long. You can see one here and then one here. First one was minus 76 pips, and then this second one was, to be honest, it was a bit of a Hail Mary, but not really, because I was convinced that we were going to come up here and take this. So we had this buy side target that got taken earlier on the Thursday, and then there was this high here with that weekly fair value gap that I talked about just before, just above it. And, I was convinced that we were coming up here to then take this, which now has happened. Unfortunately, due to the chop in the market, the execution was just wrong. And, after that first loss of the day, my risk management, I just absolutely trimmed the stop. It was coming close to the end of the session. And in hindsight, if I just left the stop under the session low, then, that would have been, how many lots was it? 6. 2.73 risk to reward. Yeah, so the initial stop was this. but then I trimmed it to this low and then really close to break even, not quite break even, but just below it. So that trade was a loss of like £12.41. And then the first trade was a loss of 155. So that is this one in here, which I'll get into in a minute. But yeah, just looking at their week. Yeah, 6 trades, 6 losses. Each trade or each loss, it was because of 2 trades in one day. So it just goes to show my execution just wasn't great. And simple as that, really. Just need to focus on controlling that a bit more, dealing with it in my mindset as well. I had 2 bank holidays last week, so we had the Monday off and the Friday off, and I think I just felt like I needed to squeeze more trades in because I had in my mind less days of the week. Obviously the Monday was a close of the main markets, and then the Friday was just a public holiday where I live, so markets are still open, but the price action just wasn't great, and it just wasn't amazing judgment. There is highlights, for example, this. If I'd kept the original position, that would have hit take profit, and we'd be laughing. If I subtract, what is it, 15.41 plus 155.9. So if we do 668.34 minus that, 668.34 minus 170 equals that, and then plus 6. So I'm just doing the maths. Yeah, plus. Yeah, so if actually, I just had 155. Yeah, so pretty much if I hadn't trimmed the stop here and just let it run, I'd be on £314 red for the week instead of 668 red for the week. So it is, in terms of actual figures, like the biggest red week that I've had. And yeah, it's just one of those. Just going to adapt to it. Just keep moving, plugging away. In terms of the actual weekly profile, you can see it was quite a bullish week. Obviously, we had Monday push up, trade down into Tuesday, create the low of the week in Wednesday, expand a bit more going into Thursday with the slight retracement before creating the high on Thursday, and then we reversed and then just sort of consolidated for the rest of the Friday. So yeah, the Friday being a consolidation, it's just a sign that it's not really the best time to trade. And then we've now pushed up with this good tariff news and into this weekly fair value gap. Yeah, so it's just one of those. I wanted to go through this. My plan for improvement, maybe don't take 2 trades a day. Maybe wait a bit later in the session for my move. And yeah, it's just one of those. We just have to learn from it. And yeah, we will keep progressing there. In terms of crypto stuff going on, this is my weekly chart here. If we go to 2 standard deviations of that full range, you're looking at 7 to 1. I do see this eventually hitting. Obviously, I haven't actually entered here, which is quite a shame, really. But I do have holdings in Bitcoin. But yeah, you can see here this trade I've been lining up for like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 weeks. So that's like, I don't know, just shy of 4 months pretty much. So it's definitely a much longer term play. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do see it eventually coming up to around 190k, but that's way down the line, probably going into next year or the year after that. But yeah, same with Ethereum, that's now looking a bit nicer, although we do have this imbalance here where I'm seeing, this is a retracement back to equilibrium and then come back down, maybe into this optimal trade entry zone. Actually, that would make a lot of sense. Take these highs and then trade back down into this before the push upwards, and then a target of long-term target of 7k. Yeah, but then again, like I say, this is a monthly chart here, so you're looking at that to take quite a bloody long time. But overall, long-term sentiment, I'm bullish on all these things. Markets do just increase in general, and yeah, so I actually in my other portfolio, I actually closed 2 of my gold positions today. I had some gold ETF positions in Spider. I closed them and picked up some more Chevron, just because the markets are looking a bit more bullish, and normally when the markets are a bit more bullish, gold is used a bit less as a hedge. So for that reason, I closed it. And then Chevron has been a stock that I've been into quite a lot recently. It's a good dividend stock, pretty consistent. If you look at the monthly chart, is it? Yeah, so you can see on a monthly chart, we've pretty much been trading between like 180 and 140 for ages. So it's a nice little one to every time it reaches the bottom of that sort of zone, just pick it up and then just hold it, because dividend stock, and then clear liquidity, hold it, sell it there if you want. So yeah, my next targets for this are around the 160 zone around here. Hopefully we can take these highs around 170 eventually, but yeah, at this point I don't have any big plans to sell it. I just picking up as much of it as I can because it's a nice dividend stock. I think at the moment it's $1.71 per share, and you're looking at what, $140 share price. Pretty nice. So yeah, Chevron's a pretty solid company as well. Warren Buffett holds a lot in this, so it's just a pretty solid company. I've been looking at the financials and stuff, and yeah, it just seems like it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, I think that's going to cover it for today. And actually, before we head out, just hop on the news. Forex Factory, see what we got. I've already got it open. Hold on a minute. Yeah, as you can see, nothing today. Trump spoke. I need to actually keep in mind that when Trump speaks, it's normally an orange folder rather than red folder. I normally just scan for red folder news. Tomorrow, CPI, and got some news at the end of the AM session. Wednesday, not much. Thursday, core PPI, retail sales, and Fed Powell speaking. Thursday will be quite a volatile day. And then prelim Euro consumer sentiment and inflation expectations on Friday. So I'm not going to touch Friday again this week, to be honest. It's because it's normally a bit choppier, and I know this. I've made the mistake of trading Friday so many times. Sometimes you can catch it and it's spot on, and you just get a massive rip towards the end of the week. Sometimes it just chops and moves up and down. It's just a bit not worth trading it, really. And yeah, so like I say, probably just gonna leave it here. Yeah, the first trade was around 10 on Friday, second trade around 10:30, 10:45. So both of them are pretty valid times to get in. It just wasn't the right time in terms of the higher time frame, right at the end of the week, you're looking for that move, sort of going fresh into the new week. So that's something to take away from all of this. Consider the day of the week and how the weekly profile affects that. Um, with all that being said, I think that's going to cover it for today. So I will be back tomorrow.